Welcome back to the channel. I'm Colin Parsons and this is From Business with Love. Now, I created this channel basically to start documenting my journey. I'm trying to start my own business. I have a lot of experience in the banking and financial sector, but I actually wanted to move into starting my own business. And this channel is dedicated to sharing some of the tips and documenting the journey along the way. Now, in this video, I want to talk about audience. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos, then you'll see that I've actually started a LinkedIn strategy. I was following the Justin Welsh approach. I signed up for a course and I started following that. Now, what I found over the last week or so is that I've added more people to follow. Now, I didn't realize this was actually a strategy. I thought it was about connecting with people, and that's how they would come across your feed. But you actually start following other people and you see their feed coming into yours, and you start to see their content showing up. And if there's something that you like or you think that you can comment on, you can actually go ahead and just put in your comment or your perspective or your belief or whatever it is. Maybe it's a differing an opinion. As long as you do it respectfully, I think that's absolutely okay. But oftentimes I'm finding that people's comments are coming up and I'm quite aligned with the way that they're thinking about things. It's strange because it feels very much like you're piggybacking someone else's audience. And I think where I struggled for a long time when I previously tried to engage on LinkedIn is my audience was very kind of limited, and the circle of people that would follow me were maybe friends or ex-colleagues. And when I've reached out to them to see what their problems were, I wasn't really getting a lot of feedback, and I was kind of bringing my own agenda. So my strategy now is to start following people with bigger followers and like-minded individuals, and maybe some people that think differently than me. And it's really strange when you spend time on this. And I think one of the key things is that don't get too sucked in. So I set myself a 20-minute timer to do this every day, and I generally am going twice through that. So 40 minutes a day. And I've done that for probably the last week or so. You start to see, the same people popping up in your feed, but different perspectives. And you can add in a layer of your own individual opinions and thoughts. And I'm starting to see that there's a bit of traction in there. People are liking my comments. People are responding to some of those. And it's really strange because I might be fooling myself at this stage, but it feels that there's a bit more of a community behind it. And in a very quick way, you can start to build an audience, or people see you. And I like that. It seems much easier to do it that way rather than force my opinion on people and ask them what their problems are. Take time. And it's not about volume. It's not about putting a comment on every single post. There are things that I just don't align with, or just don't want to read, or don't think they're of value for me, and I don't think I can add value to them. So I don't. But when things pop up, I go, okay, and I add my opinion. And then slowly but surely, it's about quality rather than quantity. Now, it might be within that 20 minutes, I can only add 2 comments, but that's also okay, because my comments are much deeper than just, oh yeah, thanks for sharing this. It's a perspective as well. And I think when people read that, it's an easier way to start resonating with people, and also resonating with the type of people that are following these other people. And I've started to enjoy that process. Again, it's easy to slip into that, let's always check LinkedIn, look at your phone, etc. So it does happen. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but I'm enjoying the process. Need to put some guardrails on the whole thing to say, okay, look, this is when I do it. This is how I do it. And again, the strategy from Justin Welsh is a lot very rigid. Okay, this is the way it is. And there's probably, I don't know, 10 different things that you need to consider. Now, I'm one of these people that says, oh, you need to do all 10 of those things immediately. But no, what I'm actually finding is I'm just starting with the commenting on other people's posts, and I'm starting my own content. I've got a big queue of things that I've already written about, so that's okay for the next week or so, but I need to keep adding to that. So all of these things, I'm not going to be a master of those straight away. I'm taking my time and trying to find each part and doing that, understanding how it works, how that best fits into my day, how I can structure it, how I can uh, limit it in a way and say, right, okay, 40 minutes a day maximum, and just enjoy the process. And I think that's a key part of it, enjoying it. Now, I know business, all aspects of business are not enjoyable. But if you can find enjoyment in it, and just what I'm starting to see is my engagement with these people starts to build a sense of community, or people like the comments, and you can get some feedback. And that's a very enjoyable thing for me. And I haven't had it before. Again, I might have delusions of grandeur and be heading in the wrong direction. But for now, I'm really enjoying it. And if I can keep on doing that and just doing those posts every day and commenting on other people's posts, I want to see where that takes me. I also am still tracking my numbers, seeing if my followers actually go up. Now, interestingly enough, I actually lost a follower the other day, and I was like, oh no, why has someone stopped following me? And I kind of wanted to dig into it. And then I got a little bit obsessed about it, but about 2 hours later, I looked at my numbers again, and I'd had 2 more followers. So it seems silly to kind of dig into the detail, just sort of track the numbers as a way to incentivize you to say, okay, yeah, I am making progress. This does seem to be working in some sort of way. But don't read too much into the numbers. Use it as a tool to make yourself feel that you're doing something, and track it and use it as a useful metric, not something to beat yourself up about. So I'm really enjoying where I am. I'm learning a lot. I seem to be taking things in a different direction than I thought. My initial ideas was that I kind of needed to put my stuff onto other people so that they would buy from me. But maybe that comes at a later stage. But for now, I'm just enjoying this part of the process and just continue to do it and then see where that takes me. And that feels more aligned with me. I am conscious that I'm not a selling machine, and I do avoid selling or having hard conversations. But I believe that me actually giving some value to other people will start to build that. So when the time comes for, if people want my services or want a product that I'm offering, that will be a lot easier because they've seen and trust what I'm saying. It's not just like, hey, this is me, this is my product, come and buy it. It's much more of a long-term strategy. So for now, I'm really enjoying it. It takes time, it takes consistency, and one step at a time. You can't do it all, but do that thing. Find the best way that you can enjoy doing it, whether that fits in your day or it's the time or the type of content, and then see if you can build on that, because that's much better than trying to do all these 10 things, get a bit chaotic, lose yourself, and not enjoy any of that. So this week is a positive one. I'm enjoying it. It seems like things are heading in the right direction, and we'll see where it goes from there. I'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening.